Hello friends, a very happy new year from all of us here at JK Technosoft. I am your host Arun Sikri. We are going to start a new series of webinars in the year 2015. Today's session is the first in this series. Our topic for today is planning your Progress legacy modernization in the year 2015. Our speakers for the day are Mr. R.K. Kamra, Business Head of Progress Services, and Mr. Prabhu Jha, Solution Architect for Progress Application Development. Let me now take you through the agenda items for our session today. We will first go through the drivers of legacy application modernization, followed by a block-by-block representation of how you can plan your legacy modernization. We will then go through some technology options for fulfilling legacy modernization requirements. At JK Technosoft, we have done a lot of work in the legacy application modernization area using Progress and other technologies. So we will go through some case studies where we have done this kind of work. This will be followed by a cost, benefit, and risk analysis of all these options that we will be discussing. Finally, we will showcase what we as an organization bring to the table and how we can help in your legacy modernization endeavors. If you have any queries during the course of the session, please use the Q&A box on the right-hand side of your screen, and we shall take that towards the end of the session. I would now hand it over to Mr. R.K. Kamra.
Thank you, Arun, and welcome everyone again. My name is Rajendra Kamra. I had been associated with Progress Technology for the past 22 years. During this long association, I had interacted with several organizations, customers, developers, architects, and contractors. I must say that organization had been very happy to use Progress technology because of several reasons. Progress provided a competitive edge as compared to the competition. For example, the Progress provided lowest cost of ownership, means that there are various deployment options from Progress Software Corporation which you can use. No database administrator required. That is what Progress says, that for your day-to-day database management, you do not need a DBA. You may require once in a year or twice in a year, which you can get it on a short-term basis. 100% portability of code. What it means that you develop your code in any environment like Microsoft Windows and deploy on any targeted platform which is supported by Progress. It could be HP Unix, it could be Linux, it could be any flavor of Unix which is supported by Progress Software Corporation. 100% portability here, I want to emphasize, was very, very important aspect, because we never modified even a single line of code when we migrated from one platform to other. In case of other competitive product, portability was there, but it was never 100%. However, during the past 5 years or so, there had been a storm of technological advancements. These advancements include high-speed internet or web, mobile, penetration of mobile. Now mobile, everybody is having the mobile and wants to do a lot of things on mobile. Social media, everybody is connected, particularly the young generation. And cloud, which is again used to provide better infrastructure and reducing the cost. On top of these technological advancements, the customers and partners and vendors had been more demanding recently. For example, 5 to 10 years back, it was just all right to have an order system which allowed addition, deletion, modification of order. But this is not sufficient today. Now your partners, your dealers, your distributors, and customers need the ability to add or modify the order directly onto your system to speed up and ensure accuracy of data. This can be achieved by having an open architecture and publishing web services to be consumed by your partners. Again, on top of this, it can be achieved by legacy modernization of your Progress application. Coming to the various drivers for modernization, which you see on the screen, high cost of maintenance and enhancement is because of the closed architecture, and you need to do and redo many things to meet the small enhancement. Running your application on unsupported Progress version, which is below 9.1e of Progress, is like a ticking bomb. When your application on such version is down due to any reason, you are unlikely to get support to bring it up. This is a major risk for your business continuity. Any new enhancement or module you want to deliver takes longer time because of the closed architecture, as explained earlier. Closed architecture also hinders the web enablement and integration and mobile integration. Limited hardware options. If you plan to move to cloud in future, certain proprietary hardware and softwares are not supported. For example, Amazon will not support various Unix flavors, but Linux is supported. Again, lack of skilled resources. The demand of Progress professionals is going up because of the various enhancement people are doing, and the supply of the Progress professionals is not keeping the pace. So lack of skilled resources also add to the various problems which customers are facing in Progress. Based on the various Gartner studies and surveys, organizations are spending 70 to 80% of the IT budget in the maintenance. In fact, even this figure looks very optimistic to me. In reality, the actual spend on the IT maintenance could be even higher than 80%. What it means is that very limited budget is available for the innovation and new business demands. The new critical business demands are piling up while the budget is consumed in maintenance of the current IT infrastructure. This cycle can be broken using modernization. You do it step by step. For example, you can allocate, say, 20% of your IT budget into modernization and make a beginning. If you have not done it, 2015 is the right time to do it. Years after years, your maintenance budget will decrease as your modernization piece by piece is achieved, and hence you can allocate more budget for modernization. So if you start in 2015, so we envisage that your modernization journey could be completed by the year 2019. So what are the various possibilities of modernization? What you should do? Where are you at this moment of time? To answer all these questions, I invite Mr. Prabhuja to come forward and provide all those answers to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Rajendra. Hello, everyone. My name is Prabhu, and I'm going to discuss the various technological options and various states of the modernization which you should be planning to do in the year 2015. So when we talk about the various states, what I meant is we have, based on our experience working with our various partners, customers, and service providers which we have came across over the many years, we have charted out the set of states where your current legacy application situation can be. And when we talk about the current legacy situation, it may be partially applicable to you, or it may be fully applicable to you. But we believe that your current application situation must be falling in one of these current states. And one of our objectives of today's discussion is to chart out a desired state for you, which you should be minimally plan in this year 2015 to achieve. And so we are going to discuss them one by one. When as Rajendra has said, if you are on an unsupported version of the Progress, you are sitting on a ticking time bomb. You don't have the support from the Progress, and if you are running a business critical application which is critical for your business, it's really very dangerous situation. You don't want to be in that situation, because if something goes wrong, you don't have any support from the Progress Software Corporation. You will have to rely on other contractors and vendors, and if they are not able to solve the problem, you will be in your business will be affected. So if you are in one of those unsupported version, and when we talk about the unsupported version, we believe Progress version 9.1e and version 10.2b are the only two supported version less than 11. So we certainly recommend you to upgrade to a supported version, and preferably to a version 11, because version 11 and onwards is going to give you a lot of advantage over the other versions. If you are on unsupported version and plan to go to version 9 or 10, why not go to the version 11? Progress gives a lot of incentive to do that. One of the biggest outcome of that is desired state is that you are going to have the necessary Progress support, and your application will be ready for the future enhancements. So it's not going to add the element of enhancement, but it makes your system application ready for the future enhancement. Another current state is that let's say you have taken the step of modernizing your bringing your Progress version to the version 11 or the supported version, which you are currently on, and you have a character user interface based application or the graphical user interface based application with a client server 2-tier architecture. So it is serving your purpose beautifully, and you don't see any impending and immediate need to embark on a modernization. But like Rajinder has said, there is a storm of technological changes in the recent years. You cannot ignore web, you cannot ignore mobility, you cannot ignore various BI or analytics that can be added advantage to your application. And you may not be seeing the use of big data nowadays, but it will be coming to the horizon pretty soon in your organization as well. So we would recommend you for the year 2015, if this is your current state, you should at least consider enhancing to the future desired state of enhancing to the web or mobile user interface. And in order to do that, you may need to re-architect your system a little bit, preferably try to make it an N-tier architecture. This will add the necessary element of make your application scalable, and you will be ready to leverage the options for the various options for the cloud, which if you have not considered so far. So this is one of the desired state which you wanted to achieve here on one of those legacy application situation. Another current state is, let's say you have done the necessary, OpenEdge 11 enhancement, or you are already upgraded to OpenEdge 11, and then you did the right investment for upgrading your current user interface or your user experience by web and mobile enablement. You have invested on making your application scalable, and you have invested in making it N-tier architecture. And you're in a way your application is really modernized. So what should be the next step? In our opinion, if you are doing an on-premise hosting, you should consider leveraging the various cloud options available, because there is a lot of study out there that says that over the year, if you adopt the cloud, it is going to significantly cut down on your IT expense. And there is a lot of options available, and it is not something which is new. It's been around for many years now. It is well stable. It has well defined way you can port the things to the cloud. So you plan for that. You choose the right cloud options for you, whether it's a public, private, or hybrid, because you certainly don't want to get rid of all your hybrid all your hardware right away. And if you are using the cloud options, then you should probably wanted to optimize your cloud services. Like for example, if you are on, say everything is on one box, maybe you wanted to separate it and put your production on a high processing demand area, and put your backup in the low demand area, so that you will cut on the cost. So I mean, those are the examples I was just saying, but there's a lot many things you can do in order to optimize the cost on choosing the right cloud services, and it will eventually going to give you the right control and reduce your cost. So this is one of the desired state you can plan to be if you are in this current state. If you are on the state where you have done everything right, I mean you have upgraded to the version 11, you have invested in the enhancing your user interface to the web and mobile, and you have re-architected your system to be scalable, and you have leveraged the options of the cloud as well. So in our recommendation, you can now in a very good state. You are in a modernized state, and the next way forward is considering the adoption of APaaS. APaaS has been is a new entrant to the arena of application development and deployment, but nonetheless they are very effective. They are very powerful, and they give the options which can give you a very faster turnaround time for developing a smaller application around your enterprise system for your customers and suppliers, and it comes with the own set of advantages which we are going to discuss in the later part of this session. So the purpose of charting out this current state and desired state is to give you a planning horizon for year 2015 if you wanted to take the modernization step. Now, for all these options which we have discussed, it's not necessarily been in a particular sequence. If you wanted, you can achieve the desired state by clubbing the 2 states at a time, or 3, or all the states at a time. So there is nothing to stop it, but we will certainly recommend you to follow certain sequencing so that you will achieve the right goal of your modernization. Now, on all the states which we have talked about, we'd like to discuss a little bit about the various technological options which are available. Platform upgrade is quite simple. If you are not on an unsupported version of the Progress Open Edge, you should certainly consider upgrading to the latest version, and in our recommendation, you should consider upgrading to the Open Edge 11.4. You can do the necessary modernization. You can modernize your application to the web and mobile. You can hook the business intelligence or reportings or analytics from the third party. Future upgrade will be easier once you are on that cycle of supported version. Future upgrades will not have to plan a lot. It will be seamless. It will be easier. And for example, the latest Open Edge 11.4 come with features such as table partitioning, which is something which brings the Progress Open Edge database at par with many other databases out there. And pretty much Progress has addressed most of the technical wish list of all the business users. And so this is you should certainly consider the platform upgrade. Another block is technology migration, the technology upgrade. When we talk about enhancing your user interface, enhance to web and mobile, or re-architecting your application, or adding the certain components to your application. There's a lot of things which is out there, and there's a lot of things you can do to address that area of your application. So take for example, if we talk about modernizing to the web and mobile, Progress, this is not something new. Progress has given us the open client since version 8, and using App Server and Data Server and Data Direct, you can hook the other databases, you can hook the other data sources, and using App Server and Data Direct and Data Server, you can develop and you can deploy the various UIs, whether it's the Java classes or whether it's Progress, whether it's .NET DLL or web services. And so it's been out there since version 8. It's been a well-tested framework. It's been used by many organizations in past. And now there is a more element added to it by the recent acquisition of Talry. Progress gives you more tools in your hand. Talry's DevCraft set of tools provide you very fast and very productive way of modernizing your user interface on the web area, and it's more powerful than the infrastructure controls, and it's a more it's a more flexible. So that is certainly something to be considered. Open HBPM is if you have a complex business processing which is very tightly embedded into the transaction processing system, you should consider using the Open HBPM, which you can do the business modeling over there. You can find out what is the right business model, or you can optimize your business processes. You can redefine your workflow, and then you can implement it, and your transaction processing can work accordingly. So you can optimize your business process using that. Then Progress has this Corticon, which is a very powerful business rule management system. If you are in a business, if your application is doing a lot of rule related thing, like for example retail or that sort of area where you have a very frequent rule change and you are doing it through the programming, you may want to get away from that. You may want to use the Corticon to put all your rules in that. It is a totally configurable rule engine. You don't have to write a single line of code there, and you can create thousands of rules there. It has inbuilt features such as rule conflict check, duplicate rule check. You can simulate the rules there. You can deploy the rules very easily from the Corticon, and it is not necessarily has to link with the 4GL system. If you are other enterprise system, you can use that as well. So all in all, you can re-architect your system in a various way, and you can enhance your user interface. You can enhance your business process area. You can enhance your rule area of your business logic. You can hook other databases. You can hook other reporting or BI tools with your application. So these technology migration and upgrade will give you the necessary edge of your application, which will make your application modernized. Another area which we discussed was the cloud. So if we talk about the cloud, there is a various options available there. From the house of Progress, we have it's a Progress specific arcade, Progress Arcade, which is a Progress specific product, and it has ready licensing options there, which can be scaled as needed. So you don't have to commit in buying a certain set of licenses. You only buy what license which you use today. And if you have any scale or scale up or scale down in your license, based on usage pattern, if there is a certain peak time where you need more licenses, if there is a certain valley time where you don't need more licenses, you can very much control your cost there. So you can consider using Progress Arcade. It comes with I think it comes with the various component of the Progress installed from version 10.2b onwards, and it's on the platform of Amazon. So I guess supported operating systems are the Linux and Windows, and those are the two major supported versions on that platform. Arcade comes with the product demo, development, deployment, and the showroom environment. So if you are in a product situation where you release your product very frequently to your various partners or suppliers, it gives you the very perfect and seamless way to deploy your in development products or in development application. Do the demo, put it in the showroom, and do the deployment easily. When we talk about the cloud options, we have the good old Amazon Web Services, which gives you all the benefits of cloud which you can think of. We have a Microsoft Azure, then we have a BizTalk server. So all these options you can consider for the cloud. And like I've said that running on-premise or self-managed data center is not in a business you want to be in. So you should certainly consider giving it a due thought to that. Another, the last one I would certainly want to discuss is the APaaS. It was APaaS adoption is a complete paradigm shift from the traditional application development and deployment strategy. It is something you don't buy the license of a particular software. You have everything there on the platform. Your developers are using that platform, and if you have to deploy it, it is just instead of the second. You don't have to do any packaging. You don't have to do anything. It's all facilitated on the APaaS. So it's not only address your deployment or cloud. It brings everything on the cloud. So it is the next step evolution in the modernization. And yes, today there is not many options available, but there will be many more. And fortunately, from the House of Progress, we have the APAS platform like Rollbase. Rollbase is a minimal coding and very high productivity tool. Rollbase gives you the edge in terms of you don't have to do a lot of coding, whether it's a business logic side, whether it's a user interface side. There is a lot of ready templates available to you can pull the code from there, and you can quickly develop your application. And another one is this Modulus platform from the Progress. It comes with the Node.js, and it uses the MongoDB, which is not the Progress product, but it sits on the Modulus platform, so you can easily configure and use it. And it's a very high control tool. If you don't want it to be a very configurable system where you wanted to write the codes and you wanted to control the things, then you can use the Node.js. It gives you the high control environment where you want to you can get your application developed the way you want to be. If your organization direction is other side, like if you are on the Salesforce is another from the house of Salesforce, we have Force.com is another platform for APAS platform. You can if that is your organization direction, you can consider that. So in all these desired state which we have discussed, these are the technological options which you can consider for taking your modernization in year 2015, and we will recommend you that you at least plan one step for modernization in this year. Now we are going to discuss under all these various options. Over the years we have done the modernization for our various customers here, and we are going to discuss some of the case studies around them. And we are going to it's just hand-picked case studies from in all these areas. There are hundreds, but we hand-picked these case studies for you. The first one is upgrade from unsupported version to a supported version of OpenEdge. This one it's a very interesting case study. We did it for one of a very large a customer who has his ISV of a logistic application, and they have application users are very large logistics and mail users, and their application was in this character user interface. They were on Progress version 7, and there is a lot of problem with the application. Was the real-time shipment tracking was one of the major important functionality which they were badly needed. And customer was not having that, and they were really not satisfied with not having that functionality. And partners and vendors were not able to interact with the application due to closed architecture, and it was a 2-tier architecture. And application performance was also one of the major issue. They were on the version 7 of the Progress, and so what we did is at that point, we did this modernization a few years back. So we first upgrade them from version 10.2b, and then eventually now to the version 11.3 recently. We re-architected their system to a 3-tier architecture, and we have developed their user interface to GUI, web, and mobile. Now, there's an interesting thing here is that customer don't wanted to completely convert all their character UI to a web or mobile UI, because their part of their application was used by their partners and vendors, and a major part of the application was used by their internal business users. So in their opinion, the graphical user interface was more responsive, it was more feature rich for their internal users, so they wanted to retain that capacity. So we did all the 3 flavors of the enhancement in the UI. We converted a part of their character UI to graphical UI, then part which is used by their vendor and partners to the web, and some part to the mobile. And and we added the app server for load balancing and improved the application performance. And we separated the UI and business logic so that same business logic can be consumed and used by all 3 flavors of the user interface. And it eventually it eventually brings the lower maintenance and the high productivity and the scalability to the system. We have deployed the web services for the various areas of the application. And the scaled up application can now support new clients easily because they are in the ISP. So adding the new client was a lot of effort for them. We made it very scalable and very easy to do that. So those were the objectives which were achieved from this modernization. Now let's discuss another one is a technology migration. This was a very challenging project for us. It was a very large secondary oil distribution company in North America. And one of the main objectives of this modernization was to have a responsive, scalable, and reliable system with properly handling the integration. They have a very complex application architecture with more than 39 integration points. And the data were loaded into the ERP system using the batch routines, and because of the load time error, many data was not getting loaded. And that resulted in not fulfillment of order and hence loss of revenue and customer dissatisfaction. So we had to address all those problems, and the initial challenge we faced was to get all the moving parts work together because customer was using a large technology stack. There was a lot of technological components involved in their enterprise system. So we were dealing with the multiple technology stack. So what we did is we started with the real-time replication of database to the MS SQL server, and we addressed their 39 integration point using the MS BizTalk service, and we implemented the solutions such as electronic bill of lading and configurable rule engines to address daily changing price and the automatic order management. So we started this migration with master data management, and today it's 80% of the application is migrated to a .NET. 20% of application still exists in the Progress because that's the core rule engine area, and they wanted to retain that part in the Progress. And today both the applications coexist beautifully together, and it gives them the improved productivity and the faster response, and the customer satisfaction has increased, and eventually it increased the revenue as well with this modernized system. Let's discuss about the cloud options which we have talked about. That if you have not planned leveraging the power of the cloud, you should certainly consider doing that in the year 2015. When we talk about the cloud, you can follow certain structured approach. Like you can start with the cloud fit analysis of your application, because if you are planning to adopt the cloud, it is just not the infrastructure move; it is much more than that. So, like I've said, you don't want to be in a data center business. So you should do a cost comparison that which cloud vendor is the best suitable for you, which model of the cloud you wanted to adopt, and you don't have to invest too much time on planning for how much you wanted to purchase. Because you can only purchase the amount of cloud infrastructure which is needed your current for your current situation, because you can always scale up. So and it's the various studies have suggested that if you plan your cloud move properly, it can bring almost 40% reduction in your IT support and maintenance cost. So that is something which you can plan in the year 2015. Like I have mentioned earlier, that Arcade from the House of Progress is a very good cloud platform. It comes with a pre-installed version of Progress technology stacks, and it helps you for the faster deployment and development. And it's on the platform of Amazon, and it comes with the various staging, testing, demo, deployment, and other environments built in that. So you don't have to do all those configurations. You can just start your development and deployment of your application. Last but not the least, I want to discuss this APAS. Recently, we did one of our product. We migrated to the APAS. Now, when we talk about the APAS, this is definitely a new entrant. I mean, it has not been there for a while, but it is on the door. It is knocking, and you should certainly give it a thought when you talk about the next evolution of your modernization. It is obviously challenging to select an appropriate APaaS platform because there are not many out there. So we'll certainly recommend you to give it a due thought and evaluation, and zero in on the cost-effective architecture and redevelopment of legacy business logic. You may need to re-engineer some of part of your application, but it will be a very quick. The turnaround time should be comparatively very quick compared to a conventional development and deployment system. And so based on the complexity of the application, you choose that which APaaS platform you wanted to choose. Recently, we have migrated one of our product. It's a hospital management system product, iCare IS. I can tell you that within 12 weeks of time, we have migrated 50% of the application with only 5% team. It could have taken a much significantly higher time if we have taken another conventional route. We had to do very minimal coding for the UI and business logic. We use data direct on cloud for the integration with the other part of the application. And other than that, if Rollbase is not, if you are not considering Rollbase as one of your options, then you can consider Modulus, another platform which comes with the Node.js, which gives you a very high control over the high productivity. So, so this is something which we wanted to discuss on the APaaS, and it is obviously open for more discussion. We'll be covering in the later part in the other series of the webinar. Now let's discuss a little bit of about the benefits and risk of all these various modernization options. Version upgrade is, in our opinion, is one of the least cost and least risk, and benefit-wise it is average because it's not enhance your application right away, but it de-risk your current application by taking the route of the version upgrade. So it certainly add that element of de-risking, and that's if you compare on that. Technology migration is comparatively costly, but benefits are higher. You can hook many mainstream business analytics or the reporting natively for Microsoft or the Java. Risk stands to be medium to low. This one is a proven route for the modernization because it's not something we are trying it out new. It's been out there. People have been using it. There is a stable architecture for that, framework for that. So that's the part of technology migration. In the cloud, the cloud is the least cost, least risk, and most benefit option. You de-risk your application, free upfront tied up investment, and eventually reduce the overall cost. And it's been out there for many years, and everything is well defined. Frameworks are well defined. So if you properly follow it, it's going to give you the right benefit, and it's a win-win for all situations. When we come to the APaaS, it's something which is it's a cost-effective modernization option. It cuts on the cost and give you the benefit of quick turnaround time. But risk needs to be addressed properly for integration with the other enterprise system of your organization, because that may be, if you miss out on that part, then you may have to do a lot of work on that part. So in our opinion, if you plan it properly, it is going to give you the right amount of benefit if you manage your risk properly. So how we are placed in your journey of the modernization? At JKT, we are geared to make your modernization journey a success. We are well placed to do so, as we are a system integrator of Progress. We also have a gold level partnership with Microsoft and Oracle to bring to you the best in the cutting edge technology, and our collaboration with Amazon and Salesforce to enable us to provide you the best of the cloud services. So what we bring to the table, if and when you decide to embark on journey on modernization, we wanted to be your trusted partner. We have executed more than 150 projects in 15 industries across the geographies. Our experience in serving clients in more than 20 countries enable us with the expertise to handle any level of complex application and projects. We will be assessing and providing you the unbiased advice, which will not be tied up to any particular technology or solution. Our assessment and advice will be entirely to address your business objective and success of your business. We have been servicing and supporting the customer in Progress Technology for past 20 plus years. We have delivered hundreds of modernization projects and created migration framework which are time tested. And our partnership with the Microsoft, Oracle, SAP, IBM, Salesforce, and Amazon enable us to serve on the choice of technology option you want to go with. We have a team of Progress professionals with expertise in the character user interface, graphical user, dynamics, ADM, web speed, modulus, Corticon, Telerik, and we are the early adopters of any new set of technology which Progress brings. We have a professional with in-depth knowledge in Microsoft, Oracle, Java, SAP, etc. also. So we are serving in all those technology depth, and these specialists can deliver solutions that can deal with any level of technical and business complexity. And in compared to Tier 1 and Tier 2 organization, we are quick and responsive and agile to address the business and customer needs. I would request Arun to take it from here now. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Prabhu. That was very insightful. Let's now see if we have any questions on the board. Okay, so the first question that we have is about OE-BPM. What is your view on using OE-BPM for modernizing?
Prabhu can take it.
Okay, I will take it. Thank you. It's a very good question. Technically, or I will say traditionally, we have our business process has been tightly integrated with transaction process, and OE-BPM brings that very much needed change that you should do the business modeling first. You should define your workflow first. You should see where are the bottlenecks in your business process and how you can optimize your business process. And once you have done all that, then you implement your transaction processing system. So, in our opinion, once you embark on the journey of the modernization and especially the technological part of it, you should certainly consider using the OE-BPM as one of your tools. You should do it for the business modeling and redefining or optimizing your business process. And then eventually you link it with the transaction processing system. This will bring you the much needed efficiency in your system. So yes, you should certainly consider it using.
Sure. Thank you, Prabhu. Okay, as expected, a lot of interest is being generated in the Telerik area since it has been acquired recently by Progress. So there is a question about Telerik. How do Telerik UI tools integrate with existing Progress environment?
Okay, I will take this question. Traditionally, Telerik has been, working with the Microsoft user interface. The developer who are developing application in Microsoft, they had been using Telerik user controls to design their user interface and user experience. And Microsoft is something which is not new for Progress. So that connectivity, like at this moment of time, many customers are using intra-district control to design their user interface. So exactly they will be following the same mechanism, same method to use a Telerik control, and that will be seamlessly integrated. But because of this acquisition from Progress of Telerik, there could be some changes which will come up in this space, and there could be some native connectivity as well. For example, it might be possible that in App Builder you might see some Telerik control which you can drag and drop. I think that could be one of the possibility, but at the moment you use it the way you use intra-district control.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Kamra. All right, so we have another question about big data. Where does big data fall in the Progress modernization equation?
I will take that question. Thank you. Big data, I will say, Progress is on a very forefront in addressing that. Progress acquisition of Modulus is saying that how serious the Progress is in the big data. They have this MongoDB on the platform of the Modulus is very much for that, and you can use the Node.js to write the necessary MapReduce programs which you need to address for your big data related requirement. And yes, it is very well addressed into the umbrella of the Progress products.
All right, thank you, Prabhu. Okay, Another question about Corticon. How easy or difficult is it to implement Corticon with my current enterprise system?
Okay, I will take this question, and it's a good question which is basically in the mind of many people who are hearing a lot about Corticon. Corticon is like, as Progress explained earlier, BPM. You have your transaction processing system, like the application which was developed 5 to 10 years back. So it was having all the business rules embedded into the application. So in case you want to move to the Corticon route during your modernization, what you need to do is you need to put all your business rules into Corticon rule engine, and then your core application or your transaction processing application will use those rules which you have defined in the Corticon. Now coming to the basic question that how easy or difficult it is, I think that will depend more upon your application, the number of rules you have, the number of complexities of rules you have. That will depend upon that actually. But yes, if you don't have much rules, let's say you have got 500 rules, then the Corticon will take, let's say, a couple of weeks to put all those rules there. Then you can remove the rules from your application and then just use Corticon as a front runner for your rule engine.
Sure. Okay. All right. So that brings us to the end of our questions list. And if you have any more questions, please do send us to them on the email ID that is appearing on your screen right now, and we will address them. We will surely get back to you with the answers. Please do take a moment to fill up our survey. A small survey will come up on your screen. Please do fill that up at the end of the session. Thank you very much for attending this webinar.